Welcome to another fun-filled lesson where we learn English and Urdu together. I'm Mrs. Ayesha, and today, we'll explore how these two beautiful languages connect. Get ready for an exciting journey of words, meanings, and a whole lot of fun. Once upon a time, in a small, cozy classroom, there was a teacher named Mrs. Ayesha. She was loved by all her students because she had a magical way of teaching both English and Urdu that made learning fun and easy. One day, Mrs. Ayesha began her lesson with a big, warm smile. Today, she said, we're going to learn how to express the same sentence in both English and Urdu. This will help you all become confident in both languages. She wrote a sentence on the board. English, the sun is shining brightly today. Urdu, Aaj suraj roshan hai. Now, she continued, let's break it down. She asked her students to repeat the words in both languages. First, they said the English sentence together. Then the Urdu version. The class loved the way Mrs. Ayesha would emphasize each word, making it easy to remember. After practicing, Mrs. Ayesha asked, do you see how similar some words sound? For example, today in English is Aaj in Urdu, and both words tell us the same thing, but in different languages. The students nodded with excitement, feeling like they had just discovered something amazing. To make the lesson even more interesting, Mrs. Ayesha played a fun game. She would say a word in Urdu, and the students had to guess its English translation. And vice versa, every correct answer earned a star on the board. The room was filled with laughter and eager hands raised to answer. At the end of the class, Mrs. Ayesha gave a special homework assignment. Tonight, I want each of you to write one sentence in both English and Urdu. It can be anything you like, and remember, learning a language is like planting a seed. The more you practice, the more it will grow. The bell rang, but the students didn't want to leave. They were excited to go home and practice what they had learned. As they left, one of the students, Ayan, said, Mrs. Ayesha, you make learning feel like an adventure. Mrs. Ayesha smiled warmly and replied, that's the beauty of learning languages. It's a journey that never ends. The more you explore, the more you'll discover, and so. The students of Mrs. Ayesha's class continued to learn and grow, becoming fluent in both English and Urdu, all while having fun. Learning languages can be fun and exciting when you approach it with curiosity and joy. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson and learned something new in both English and Urdu. Remember, the key to mastering any language is practice, patience, and fun. Don't forget to write your sentences in both languages for your homework.